tell me your name and like a little bit about like your acting experience.
I've been out here since I think 1991 from New York, and I got into doing background work many years ago. Got my SAG card, and moving forward, done a few commercials and been on a few shows. And I have to show solidarity for the writers, because without the writers, there's no acting, and we need to try and move forward with this artificial intelligence stuff that they're using. People going on sets saying they're going to be working 3 weeks and get scanned the first day and never get called back because they got scanned. So there's a lot of crookedness that's kind of going on there, and we're just fighting for what we deserve. Money for streaming, more money for residuals as well. And moving forward, it's a big deal right now, and I think that if we're striking, meaning our SAG contract runs out on the 30th, if we don't reach a deal by Independence Day, it looks like it may go at least to Labor Day. But that's just my opinion. But that's why I'm here in support of the writers. I'm a SAG actor, and I do support everything. And when it's not just the writers that are being affected, it's the grips, it's the gaffers, it's the sound guy, it's the makeup lady, it's the cleaner across the street that gets all the wardrobe at the end of the day. It's the catering companies. A lot of people are suffering right now because of this, and it's unnecessary. That's it.
Definitely. Thank you so much for your time. What's your name again?
Kenneth Chiarito.
Where can I follow you on social media?
Facebook, Chiarito. Yeah, and I do also have a YouTube channel too, but mine is strictly for concert footage.
My name's Tom Bernardo. I'm a writer and producer on a show called Bosch Legacy. It's on Amazon Freevee. It's a spin-off from the Bosch Amazon Prime show.
And we are here today at Paramount, for the WGA strike. What brought you out?
Well, support a guild. We're in week 8. We're about to finish up week 8 of this strike. Thankfully, so far, our resolve is pretty strong. People seem really committed and intentional about all of this. I feel like this is a pivotal inflection point in time in the industry, especially for writers, and whether or not we're going to have a sustainable future. So that's what we're fighting for.
Definitely. What are some of the most important issues of this strike to you personally?
Well, I think for all of us, it's about, fair pay, and whether or not, there are certain structures in place for us to have a career going forward, where there are writers on shows for a certain amount of time, and that they're taught the jobs so that their futures in this industry are secure, and that they can also inherit the reins at some point and know how to produce shows. And obviously, all of our respective guilds have concerns about how AI is going to be used going forward. So we want to make sure those safeguards are in place.
Right, you mentioned AI, and I feel like this strike will be looked on as something of historical precedence. Specifically with the issue of AI. What do you think about AI personally?
Well, I think it's been with us for some time. I think the thing in the last year or so that has been so I don't know if it's alarming and exciting or whatever the words may be. It's probably all of the above. Is this idea of generative AI, and whether or not something like a large language-based kind of system can replace human creativity and automating that. So there's a lot of questions about whether or not that's even possible, and how and to what extent AI might be a tool for writers. But I think what we do as human beings in terms of the creative dimension, I want to hope, and I hope I'm not too naive in saying this, that that's just something that's irreplaceable, because it's something that's very distinctive to what we are as sort of human beings,
Right, I feel that you can't take the human soul as a writer, a lot of that comes from your soul, the emotion and stuff and everything, and that can't be replaced by technology.
Emotion, looking out in the world and interpreting it, what's true, what's not, what it means when you've had your heart broken, what it means when you hold a child, what it is to be human, and all of its sort of beauty and ugliness and strangeness. and something that knows how to synthesize data and information is not going to be even able to approximate that.
Definitely, that's beautiful. Where can people follow you on social media?
I'm actually not on social media. I didn't get on the train years ago and sort of decided to stay off. I am on LinkedIn, a really hot social media spot. But you can look me up there, Tom Bernardo, writer-producer on Bosch Legacy. So
definitely, thank you so much, Tom.
Hey, thank you, man.
So could we just start with your name and a little bit about your writing background?
Hi, yeah. My name is Ray Utarnachitt. I'm a TV drama writer. And the last show I was on was a show on the CW called Legends of Tomorrow.
So we're here at Paramount. What brought you out today?
Well, today I'm a lot coordinator here at Paramount, and so we're basically helping people check in and helping people grab their signs and telling people where to go for their picketing. And we are out here today to try to get the AMPTP back to the bargaining table. And we're doing that by picketing right outside of their studio lot.
Definitely, there's a number of issues at stake. Some that come to mind is AI.
Right.
Issues with the writers' room. Can you talk about what's some of the issues that are important to you?
I mean, I think for me, one of the most important issues is the sort of dismantling of the writers' room. I think it's one of the ways that they're trying to take power away from the writers. And I think it's essential that we keep that sort of culture going, because I think it's a way to ensure the survival of the guild and ensure the future of writing in general. AI is obviously important too, and I think what's important about that idea is that it's something that all the guilds can get behind as far as putting guardrails on the use of AI. And I mean, obviously the AI is here, it's here to stay, but we need to figure out how to make sure that everyone gets the benefits of it being around as opposed to all the negative stuff about it.
Most definitely, one of the issues that seems very common sense is the fact for writers to be able to make a living wage, and it seems the studio executives seem pretty greedy. Why do you think that is? They don't want to pay writers fairly.
I don't know. I mean, I think there is a downward push from everywhere to pay people less and employ the least amount of people in any sort of industry. And I think that's including what's happening here in the TV industry. So I think it really is a microcosm of everything that's happening all over the world. The fact that they want to pay writers less and the fact that they want to use less writers to create their product is something we're trying to fight against. And that's something that I think all the workers around the world can relate to. The fact that the jobs are becoming less and less, and the jobs you are getting are paying even less than they were before.
Yeah, I think this will be a strike that goes down in historical precedence because of the issues and stuff with AI. Do you feel that there's anti-labor sentiment coming from the studios?
Yeah, certainly it feels like that. I mean, the fact that they're not wanting to negotiate with the Writers Guild, definitely it's hard not to feel that way. So, we're here to remind them that they have to deal with us. We're here that it's a partnership as far as I'm concerned, and they cannot cut us out of that partnership, and they must talk to us. We are the labor unions who make their product. So I think avoiding us and not coming to the table is not the way to resolve the issue.
Okay. Where can people follow you on social media?
I'm on Twitter at Ray Utar, at RAYUTAR. Oops. Yeah, UTAR, at Ray Utar.
Okay, so could you just tell me your name and a little bit about your background?
Sure, yeah. My name is Cat Vasko, and I've been a mostly feature writer for about 7-8 years now.
Okay, definitely. So we're here at Paramount for the WGA strike. What brought you out today?
Well, I'm a captain who helps out every morning at this lot, which I'm really happy to do because I think what we're asking for is not that complicated and well-deserved, and so I'm just happy to be out here helping and supporting the other picketers and making sure the studios hear us.
What do you feel is some of the most important issues?
Well, as a feature writer, I'm especially incensed about the studios not being willing to negotiate on our issue of weekly pay, because that's really, to me, a no-brainer. It's just saying, can you pay us on a different schedule than the current one, where they can withhold our delivery payment for a long time to get free work. And they refuse to even counter on that. And so that's an issue that's really important to me that I'm hoping we'll see some movement on. And of course, AI.